You know that feeling when you've been making dua for something and it feels like nothing's happening, like you're just talking to the walls? Yeah, I've been there too. But what if I told you that in just 30 days, yes, just 30 days, you could completely transform your connection with Allah and start seeing real results from your dua? Listen, I'm about to share with you 3 powerful duas that have literally changed thousands of lives. And trust, these aren't just any regular duas you might already know. Hey, and stick around till the end because I'm going to reveal a special dua that hardly anyone talks about. But it's so powerful it could open doors you never even knew existed. You ready? Let's dive. But before I share these powerful duas with you, we need to talk about something really important. You see, making dua isn't just about raising your hands and asking for it's way deeper than. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like your duas are just bouncing off the ceiling, like maybe Allah isn't listening? Well, here's the thing, and this might surprise you. The problem isn't that Allah isn't listening. The problem is that most of us are using duas like we're trying to unlock a door with the wrong key. We're doing everything right on the surface, but something is missing. And that's exactly why I'm sharing these 3 specific duas with you today. Because these aren't just any random duas. These are what I call the game changer. They've worked for me, they've worked for my students, and inshallah, they're going to work for you. Today, we're going to dive deep into the dua that creates a direct connection with Allah, the powerful Istikhara dua that successful Muslims use, and the special dua for abundance that can transform your rizq. But first, let me show you something that changed everything for me. Okay, let's talk about the first and most powerful dua that changed everything for me. But here's the thing, it's not actually about the words themselves, it's about how you say. You see, our beloved Prophet Muhammad said something incredible. He said, dua is the essence of worship. Now, think about that for a second. The essence of worship, not just a part of it, but the essence. Let me break this down in a way that will blow your mind. Imagine you're texting your best friend. You don't just send random emojis, right? You actually think about what you're saying because you care about that connection. Well, your connection with Allah should be even more special. Here's the game-changing dua that creates this deep connection. It's called Dua al-Qurb, the dua of nearness. O Allah, I ask you for your nearness, your love, and your pleasure. But here's the secret sauce that nobody talks about. When you make this dua, you need to feel every single, really feel what you're asking for. And here's what makes this dua so powerful. The more you make it, the more you'll start noticing small miracles in your daily life. You'll start feeling this amazing sense of peace, like Allah is right there with you, guiding your every step. I remember when I first started making this dua consistently. Pause, something incredible happened. But before I tell you about that transformation, let me share the second dua that works perfectly with this. Now, this second dua, oh my goodness, this is literally like having a direct hotline to divine guidance. You know those moments when you're stuck, when you have no idea what decision to make? Yeah, this dua is your answer. It's called Dua al-Istikhara. And let me tell you, successful Muslims use this every single day. But here's the crazy, most people are doing it completely wrong. Let me share a quick story. Last year, I had this huge decision to make about my career. I was totally lost, like completely. Then I learned the correct way to do istikhara. And, well, let me show you exactly what I. But wait, before you rush to write this down, don't worry, I'll put it in the description. There are 3 golden rules that make this dua super powerful. First, you need to pray 2 rakats of non-obligatory prayer. This is like opening the special communication channel, if you know what I. Second, you need to make this dua with a completely open heart. Don't go in already decided. That's like asking for directions while already driving in the wrong direction. Doesn't make sense, right? Third, and this is the part most people miss, you need to make this dua for 7 consecutive days. 7, not 3, not 5. And here's a little secret. The guidance doesn't always come the way you expect. Sometimes it's through a random conversation, sometimes through a sign you see, and sometimes It's just this overwhelming feeling of peace about one option. But hold up, there's something even more amazing about this dua that most people don't know. When you combine it with the third dua I'm about to share with you, that's when the real magic happens. Want to know what that third dua is? Trust me, this one's going to change your whole perspective on rizq and abundance. All right, are you ready for the dua that can literally transform your rizq? But first, let me clear something up. When I say rizq, I'm not just talking about money. I'm talking about all types of abundance. Your health, your relationships, your peace of mind, everything. This dua is so powerful that some scholars say it's like opening all the windows of heaven at once. Ready for it? Allahumma inni azaluka min fadlika al-wasi. Beautiful, isn't it? But here's what makes this dua truly special. It's not just asking for rizq, it's asking for Allah's vast abundance. You're not limiting yourself to what you think you need. You're asking for what Allah knows is best for you. Let me share something personal. When I first started making this dua, I was struggling, like really struggling. But then something incredible happened. Within weeks, and I'm not exaggerating here, opportunities started appearing from places I never expected. But here's the thing, there are specific conditions that make this dua work 10x better. Are you taking notes? Because this is the good stuff. Number 1, make it in the state of wudhu, always. Number 2, say it 33 times after each fard prayer. You need to combine it with action. You see, there's this beautiful hadith where the Prophet said that rizq doesn't just fall from the sky. You need to meet Allah halfway. And here's the part that gives me goosebumps every time. When you make this dua consistently, you start noticing these small coincidences. Like suddenly someone calls you with an opportunity, or you find exactly what you need at the perfect time. But wait, there's something even more powerful than the dua itself. It's when you make it. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you next. Trust me, when you hear about these specific times, it's going to change your whole dua game. Now, let me share with you what I call the power hours of dua. These are the times when the gates of heaven are wide open, and let me tell you, the response rate is mind-blowing. First up, the last third of the night. You know that time when everyone's asleep, and it's just you and Allah? Whisper, that's when the magic happens. The Prophet said Allah literally descends to the lowest heaven during this time, asking, who is calling upon me? Then we've got that golden window between Adhan and Iqama. It's like a VIP pass to Allah's attention. Seriously, don't waste this time checking your phone. And my personal favorite, during sujood. When you're in that position, face down, totally humble, that's when you're closest to Allah. That's your moment. But here's the real game changer. What if I told you there's a way to combine all of these powerful times into one amazing 30-day transformation plan? Okay, here's where everything comes together. I'm going to give you your 30-day spiritual transformation blueprint. And trust me, this is going to be life-changing. Here's your daily power plan. Start with Dua al-Qurb during Fajr. That's when your mind is fresh and your heart is most receptive. Remember what I said about feeling every word? Then, make your Istikhara dua after any 2 rakats before starting your day. Think of it as your daily spiritual GPS. And here's the game changer. Set your alarm 30 minutes before tahajjud time. I know, it sounds tough. But trust me, those quiet moments are pure gold for making the abundance dua. And hey, you know what would make this journey even more amazing? Doing it together. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because every week I'm dropping new spiritual gems that most people never talk about. But wait, remember that special dua I promised you at the beginning? The one that hardly anyone knows about? Well, it's time to reveal it. Alright, here's that powerful dua I promised you. O Allah, turner of hearts, keep my heart firm upon your religion. This dua, it's like a key that unlocks all the other duas we talked about today. And when you combine it with tahajjud prayer, absolutely life-changing. Speaking of tahajjud, have you ever wondered why you randomly wake up at 3 a.m.? In my next video, I'll reveal the tahajjud secret, why Allah wakes you at 3 a.m. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Until then, Remember, every dua you make is being heard. Every single one.